Alrighty, y'all. What's going on, guys? Welcome back here to another live. Hope you guys are doing well. It is good to have y'all here for some more coverage here. Hope everyone is doing good. Let's see what we got here today. We have Roby with the waving. Hope you're doing good. What's up, Samuel? Welcome, welcome. What's up, Colton? Saying hi. What's up, Abby? What's up, Scott? What's up, JH7? What's up, Sharon? Of course, everybody else who is here. What's up, y'all? Hope everyone is doing good. So, we're going to be doing a little bit of coverage today as we do have a bit of severe weather threats kind of going on here. We actually do have a tornado warning, it looks like, here in Nebraska. Interesting. We got a little bit of severe weather going on out here. So, tornado warning for Westerville and Berwyn. This is in central Nebraska. Got 42 minutes on it. 1.25-inch hail also possible here. Looks like a radar indicator threat. Let's take a peek at the velocity here real quickly on that storm. Looks like we have a bit of rotation out northwest of Westerville. So, if you know anybody out there, give them a heads up. Let them know to go to their safe spot. I don't know, but that might be a little drop here on CC. Yeah, it kind of does look like a little drop. Interesting. All right, we're going to definitely keep it out there for that. That is very interesting. They also do have a severe thunderstorm warning here as well for 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter hail. Yeah, so just make sure if you're out there, guys, make sure if you know anybody out there, give them a heads up. Let them know that they need to go in their safe spots here. Y'all might hear my cat in the background. He's not very happy right now. What's up, Renita? Say hi, Andrew. What's up? What's up, Colton? What's up, y'all? Hope everyone's doing good. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and turn off all these warnings and stuff we have, except for the severe thunderstorm. Oh, my gosh, we have so many of them. Holy cow. We're going to get rid of the floods. We don't need that. There is no winter warnings or anything like that. Let's just get rid of all of these real quickly. Yeah, we usually do this for our main update live streams, but there's just so much crap going on right now in the weather world. There we go. I think that should be good, right? Air quality there. You know what? It's good enough. It's good enough. Anyways, hopping up here to Wisconsin. Got a little bit of severe weather popping through up here for the north central side here of the state, kind of northeastern side. We have a severe warning in place for 1.25-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts overall. This includes areas out here by Tigerton, out here by Pella, out here by Kashina, I think it is, Breed, Suring, let's see, Neopit, Alman, Bowler, Wittenberg area. So just heads up for you folks. 60-mile-an-hour winds and 1.25-inch hail. Like the aviators. Thank you. They're broken. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but look at this side. You don't even see any. It doesn't have one of those thingies. Yeah. I need a new aviator fund, so we're gonna we're gonna get that going at some point. Let's see here. I'm sure there's a lot of storm chasers in Nebraska right now, to be quite fair. We do got a severe thunderstorm watch for a lot of Nebraska here. Also for northwestern Kansas, we do have a couple of counties here. A lot of central Nebraska, we are in that severe thunderstorm watch here. This expires in 7 hours, so we still got a while on this here. So overall probability of 2 or more tornadoes, 5%. Probability of 1 or more EF2 to EF5, low 2%. Yeah, not really expecting anything super crazy. 10 or more wind events, 40. Probability of 1 or more being 75 or greater, 20. Let's see, hail, 10 or more severe, 40. Probability of one or more hailstones being 2 inches in diameter or greater, 30%. Overall probability of 10 or more severe hail events, 70%. So that is for that watch there. We have another watch here for eastern Wyoming and western South Dakota. This one, let's see, 10 to percent chance. So tornado probability of 2 or more, 10%. Probability of 1 or more, EF2, EF5, 2%. Moderate wind, 75 greater, 20%. So just a tad bit greater. We also do have a flood watch in effect out here by northeastern Kansas. A little bit of northwestern Missouri out here by the Kansas City area. What's up, Haunted? Hope you're doing good. Saying, hey, Andrew, good to see you. Yep, you as well. Any idea if these storms will still be a threat whenever they get to the eastern Nebraska area? So, looking at the risk here for today, we do have a severe weather threat for pretty much all of Nebraska here. So, there is going to still be potential for severe weather, even out there. So, let me actually pull up your area. Let me see exactly if you're in the level 2 or the level 1 threat here. So, you, my friend... Whoa. Okay, you're not in Russia. Let's try that again here. Why is this bringing up Russia? Did I get it right? 68003. This is showing Ukraine and Russia right now. Yeah, I don't think that's where you're at. So, anyways, eastern Nebraska, regardless of where you're at, yeah, we do have a little shot for some severe weather out here. Tornado probability, we're not really seeing any tornadic activity here for Nebraska today. Y'all probably hear my my cat in the background. Like I said, he's not very happy. He wants some attention, but I got to do coverage. But we do have a 5% risk up here for Wisconsin, in this brown area here. They did extend that 2% westward here a little bit here into southern Minnesota and eastern South Dakota here. Yeah, I don't know why it brought me over there. Ashland, I almost said northeast. Y'all, I'm losing it. Ashland, Nebraska, gotcha. Let me see. I can't even English. Ashland, Nebraska. Here we go. Okay, now this works. Yeah, so you, my friend, you are in the level 1 threat. So once again, no tornado threats. We do got a 5% wind risk out here. And hail, we are out of the hail threat. So we're pretty good. Yeah, the main thing we got to look out for you is just a little bit of gusty winds. Some storms still could be containing some gusty winds and whatnot. So, Haunted, we'll keep it out there for your area. It's not the main impact region, but, still an isolated severe storm or two, couldn't be completely rolled out here. So, that is that. Anyways, but yeah, like I mentioned, you guys, we do have... we do have a tornado warning in effect here for central Nebraska. If you guys know anybody out here by Westerville and Berwyn area here, just make sure that they are in their shelters here, which we do have 35 minutes left here. Also potential for 1.25-inch hail in diameter, so heads up to you folks. We do got a handful of severe thunderstorm warnings here. It seems like most of these are for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. It appears all of these warnings here, except for the one by the tornado warning up by Comstock and Sargent here. This one's actually for 70. All the other warnings here that extend down into south central Nebraska are for 60-mile-per-hour winds. And it seems like the hail is kind of ranging between 1 and 1.25 inches in diameter here. What's up, K-Jack? Hope you're doing good. Roby. Let's see here. Yeah, no problem, Haunted. Of course, we got you. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them. Like I said, we're here for you. We want to make sure you guys are, staying weather aware and, weather prepared out here. I'm just going to take those off. But yeah, so we do have a warning up here for Wisconsin. This is up here by Kashina. I think that's how you say it. Out there by Breed. Pella? Yeah, Pella, Tigerton. Let's see, Eldrin. Is it Eldrin? Eldrin. Okay. Galloway. So this one's for 60 and 1.25-inch hail. So I want to take a moment to hop back down to the tropics real quickly. We haven't talked about this today. I just want to do a quick little update. Nothing's really changed here. We still do have that 10% chance overall development here. Same thing throughout the next 48 hours. So, this system likely not going to do anything crazy. They did actually up the probability for this guy over here in the central Pacific, kind of east central Pacific, southeast of Hawaii, now has a 30% chance of development here. So that is that. Let's see here. Jameson says, how will Indiana's threat for me Thursday? So Thursday would be tomorrow. So that'll be day 2. So northern Indiana, we do have a level 1 threat for severe weather. This includes areas out there by like South Bend and Fort Wayne area. So, a couple strong to severe storms couldn't be ruled out here. There is no tornado threat with it. A little bit of gusty winds, no hail threat. So yeah, just a little bit of gusty winds could be possible within some of those storms out there, which, you know, you can kind of see we have a really long and weird risk here that extends for portions like east of the Rockies, cutting through the Central Plains, through the Midwest, and into the Great Lakes region here. Yeah, that dark green area here, that's where we could see a couple severe storms. And, of course, if you guys are new to this here, the light green area here just means that, hey, a couple booms of thunder are possible, but, you know, not really expecting anything severe. What's up, Stefan? Saying hello, Andrew. Good to see you again. You too, my friend. It is good to have y'all here. By the way, if you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button and leaving a like. It'll be greatly, greatly appreciated. Just want to say thank you all for hanging out with us here. And then, of course, we go into Friday. Now, we got a bit of a severe weather risk up here for the Northeast on Friday. A bit of the Mid-Atlantic, a little bit of the Northeast here, or really a lot of it of the Northeast here. As of now, it's a level 1 threat. You know, it's kind of a low-end risk for severe weather, but, you know, a couple severe storms will be possible. Same thing up north here in the Northern Plains, you know, out by the Dakotas and, like, eastern Montana. You know, we could get a couple more severe storms out in these regions here. There's a lot of light green, though, you know, indicating that we could have a lot of thunderstorm activity across a lot of the country here for Friday, so you know we'll definitely make sure to look out for that. Anyways, once again, we do have a tornado warning we're watching here. This is out for central Nebraska, including Westerville and Berwyn. So if you know anybody out there, guys, give them a heads up. Let them know to go to their safe spots. If you're in a tornado warning, go to the central interior portion on the lowest floor of your home if you do not have a basement or a storm cellar. If you do, well, then go there. And if you're in a trailer, ditch the trailer and go find somewhere more sturdy because, you know, unfortunately, trailers are not really meant to withstand tornadic-like winds. So just make sure that you're, you know, if you're in a trailer, that you get out and you go find somewhere, you know, actually structurally integrated. So anyways, but yeah, no, that does include Westerville area, like I mentioned here. Also Berwyn and Wizard, I think it is. So just a little bit of a heads up there for you guys, okay? As of right now, this is a radar indicated threat, which means that the radar has picked up some rotation within the storm here. Take a look at the velocity. You can see we do have a little bit, you know, a little bit of rotation popping off out here. Kind of. You know, it's kind of all over the place here. This radar is not really the best, but rotation's right there, kind of near just west of Westerville in this area here. So just make sure that you guys are, you know, watching this one pretty closely. Let's try the other radar here. Yeah, you know, like this is, you know, unfortunately kind of in the middle between two different radars, so it's a little bit spaced out there. But anyways, but yeah, so that's that. Let's see, we do got another warning up here for Panhandle, Texas, Panhandle, Oklahoma. For Follett, Texas, I mean, this is literally as far northeast Panhandle as you can basically go. Let's see here. This one's for 60-mile-an-hour winds and penny hail. Got another warning out here just west of Rapid City, South Dakota. This includes Hill City area. 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter hail. This is also in effect for areas in northeastern Wyoming, out here by Osage. Osage, I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce that one. North of Newcastle. Once again, 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-sized hail. So that's what that warning out there. So you know, as you can kind of see, it's very scattered. Ooh, we got a new tornado warning here. All right, y'all. Tornado warning for Wisconsin, including Clintonville, Marion, and Embress. Yeah, I think it's Embress. So make sure you guys are in your shelters now. This includes Big Falls as well, Marion and Clintonville. This is for kind of the... Oh, we have another tornado warning on it now for Kashina and Underhill. Goodness, that kind of just took off. It went from 0 to 100 real quick. All right, so we got some rotation out there by Big Falls, working its way eastward towards the Clintonville, Wisconsin area here. So heads up for you folks. Got another tornado warning out there by Kashina. Rotations over Kashina Falls area, tracking towards Hentz and Underhill. Also Mossling and Pulsifier. Not Pulsifier. Pulsifer, I think it is. It's like pacifier, Pulsifier. Oh, jeez, dude. Anyways, but we do got a big severe warning on that, too, for 60-mile-an-hour winds and 1.25-inch hail. So that is definitely an area we do need to look out here for. Yeah, we got kind of a big bow going on here on this kind of a nice little hook trying to develop out here by Big Falls area. Got a little bit of an inflow notch starting to kind of pull in here just west of Marion. So, once again, if you know anybody out here, once again, this is for Wisconsin here, for like the northeastern side of Wisconsin, in which this does include the Clintonville area, out here by Marion and Empress. So make sure you guys are watching that. Also, Big Falls area here included as well. That is in effect for the next basically 30 minutes, 27 minutes to go. Also, once again, we're watching Kashina Falls area here. We got some rotation over you guys, out here by Kashina, working its way towards Underhill. So, once again, if you know anybody out there, give them a heads up, please. That one also expires here in about 30 minutes or 27 minutes to be exact. All right, now hopping back to here in Nebraska, we got another tornado warning for Westerville and Berwyn. This is now observed, as I thought that was debris there that we looked at earlier. This is now observed. We now have a confirmed tornado out here by Westerville and Berwyn in central Nebraska. Weather spotters have confirmed this tornado. To repeat, a tornado is on the ground. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you're outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. So this storm is moving southeast at 15 miles an hour here. So it's not super, super fast, but it is observed. So remember that. So that is now confirmed. That tornado is on the ground here, out there by Berwyn and Westerville. So once again, everybody, if you know anybody out here, let them know. And like I said, just please be careful out there. Got a bit of coastal flood advisory activity along the Carolina coast here, including a little bit of Georgia's coast here, too, out by Savannah. So, my folks up there by the coastal areas here, just a bit of a heads up there. We've got a little bit of coastal concerns going on. We got a flood advisory. This is actually not far from me. That's interesting. But yeah, so as of right now, we do have, these pink areas. If you're wondering, these are our severe thunderstorm watches that we do have in effect here. They did not put out any watch for Wisconsin here. Doesn't look like. So it almost looks like it's going to be kind of in two different waves here. Here, let's hop you guys over to HRRR here real quickly. So at this time being, we do have this line of storms kind of rolling through. And then later on, as we work our way down in time, that works its way over here towards Michigan. You can see another line of storms here. This is like right around midnight that develops here. So, there definitely could be some more storm activity here on the way. Definitely does look like we have a really good amount of instability out here. HRRR is showing, upwards of 3 to maybe 4,000 joules per kilogram of mixed layer instability. That's, quite a bit of fuel up there in the atmosphere here. Obviously, our dew points, we were actually looking at those yesterday. They're super high. We're talking dew points here in the mid 70s, which is very, very high. And there's plenty of enough moisture for these storms here. What's up, Ponderosa? Welcome. Welcome. All right, let's go ahead and hop our way back over here to these warnings here. So, once again, we now have 3 active tornado warnings here in effect. One up here for, or 2 of them up here for northeastern Wisconsin. So, keep an eye out there for that. Let's see here. Steely coming in with a $2 super chat saying, I love your videos. Stay safe, y'all. Thank you so much, Steely. That's very sweet of you, my friend. Thanks for the $2. Greatly appreciated. Y'all give Steely a big thank you if y'all could for the support. I really appreciate that, my friend. Steely, thank you. That'll help out a ton. So thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. But yeah, we have 2 of those tornado warnings up here in northeastern Wisconsin, out here by Big Falls, out here by Marion, Clintonville, and Empress. So that is in effect for the next 23 minutes. So just make sure you guys are watching that one. And if you know anybody out there, just make sure that you are giving them a heads up and everything like that. So, for the next warning up on top, we do have that tornado warning for Kashina, the Kashina Falls area here. This one is tracking towards Underhill. So please keep an eye out there for that. And then lastly, we have that one up here in central Nebraska that's actually confirmed here out by Westerville and Berwyn, which we do have the confirmed tornado out here, as well as 1.25-inch hail as well. So once again, if you know anybody out there, tell them they need to be in their shelters, because we have a confirmed tornado that is on the ground here out here in Nebraska right now. So just want to let you guys know on that. And of course, we have a whole boatload of severe thunderstorm warnings in the area as well. Most of these here are warned for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, as well as potential here for hail between 1 inch in diameter and 1.25 inches. So basically between quarter and $half size hail is kind of where we're standing here with the hail size out there. But there is quite a bit of lightning activity, as you can see with these little lightning bolts here. We do have a lot of lightning activity. We have quite a bit of instability and stuff going on in this region here as well. So we definitely have the fuel and everything we really need to get these storms really going here. So, anyways, but yeah, so that severe thunderstorm watch that we do have in effect for those areas does expire here in about 7 hours. So we still have a little bit of a ways away to go for those watch areas here, which includes a little bit of northern Kansas and a lot of central Nebraska. Also, we have another severe thunderstorm watch here for places out by central northeastern Wyoming and western South Dakota, which this one expires here in 4 hours. So this one will go first overall. Let's see. Steely says, "You're so welcome. You've helped a lot of people stay weather aware." Seriously, thank you, Steely. That's greatly appreciated, my friend. You really didn't have to do that. It really helps me out a ton. So thank you. Thank you so much, Steely. So yeah, we're going to keep an eye out there for those areas. Once again, everybody, heads up towards my my northeastern Kansas folks up here in northwestern Missouri. We do have some flooding concerns out here. We have a flood watch in effect for the next 2 days. Looking at radar right now, you can see, we have a little bit of shower activity, in some of these regions here. Not a whole lot going on, but we do have a bit of rain that is expected to work its way through those regions here overall. Same thing, we have a bit of a flooding threat up here towards, Wisconsin, the upper western side of Michigan here, as well as like northeastern Minnesota. We got some flood watches in effect here. Also, we got some air quality alerts here. Basically, we do have ourselves a lot of that wildfire smoke kind of working its way over those regions there, from Canada. So just wanted to let you guys know about that as well. So let's actually take a look here at today's outlook here for the excessive rainfall risk here. And you can actually see here for today, we do kind of have a long slight risk here, level 2 flooding threat that extends through Nebraska into southeastern South Dakota, a little bit of northwestern Iowa, southern Missouri, I'm doing it again, y'all. Southern Minnesota, cutting in through central Wisconsin, and a little bit of the upper state of Michigan here in that level 2, which that gives at least a 15% chance probability of flooding for every 25 miles given. So basically, if you're in, let's say, Rochester, for example, within a 25-mile radius around you, there's at least a 15% risk out there for flooding. It could be greater, but at least a 15% risk overall. So as you can see, the greatest flooding threats are here in the yellow. We also do have pretty big level 1 in the dark green, or kind of the lime green here, and also in the deep south here too, across a lot of Florida. We do have a level 1 flooding risk out here. So like I mentioned, they're just making sure you guys are watching that, as flooding is a bit of a concern here for today. All right, so let's hop back over here to these tornado warnings. We got 2 tornado warnings up here in northeastern Wisconsin, including the Big Falls, Marion, and Clintonville area. Also, Empress here included on this warning. This expires here in now 19 minutes. So we have 19 more minutes to go on this storm here. Taking a look at the velocity, we did have a little bit of rotation kind of out here east of Big Falls area, tracking towards Clintonville. So just make sure that you guys are in your safe spots here. You know, if you have a basement or a storm shelter, make sure you go there. If not, then go to the central interior portion on the lowest floor of your home. And once again, if you're in a trailer, ditch the trailer. It's not going to provide any protection. Go out and find a sturdier structure. You know, please do not stay in your trailer because it's not going to provide any protection, unfortunately. So just go find somewhere sturdy if you are. Now, that expires here in 18 minutes. Now, we have another tornado warning here just northeast of that here. They actually just canceled it for Kashina and Kashina Falls area. The rotation is now east of you guys, out here just east of Legend Lake, tracking its way towards Hents and Underhill. Also, the Mosling area. This is kind of where that rotation is located here, tracking to the east here overall. We also do have 17 more minutes left on this one as well. In which, let's see here. So it is radar indicated as of now. So basically just saying that, hey, radar's picked up some rotation within the storm here. And the storm's actually moving pretty quickly, moving east at 45 miles an hour. So, it's got a little bit of speed to it. Looking at the correlation coefficient, I don't see any debris as of right now in the latest scan, but please, regardless of debris or not, we still need to be in our shelters. So don't wait till it gets confirmed. If it gets confirmed, if there's a tornado warning, you need to treat them all equally. Tornado confirmed or not. You need to still be in your safe spot regardless. It doesn't matter if it's confirmed or not. Still, same thing. Need to be in your safe spot. Because, it could happen pretty quickly. They can develop very, very quickly. So please do not brush it off. Now, we got another tornado warning still in effect for central Nebraska here. This one, once again, is actually confirmed here by weather spotters. We have 16 more minutes left on this warning here. This one's actually moving pretty slow, moving southeast at 15 miles an hour. But yeah, damaging tornado, $half size hail as well. Weather spotters have indeed confirmed this tornado. So once again, everybody, please, if you know anybody out there, let them know. Share this stream with them. We got to get that info out. We got to make sure you guys are, staying weather aware. So, just wanted to go ahead and mention that. Anyways, so that's kind of what we're dealing with here. Let's see here. Jill says, thank heavens there are people who care. Thank you. About what? About the weather? You're welcome. No, I'm glad to be here for you guys. Like I said, I've always loved tracking the weather, and I figured I could help you guys out by doing it with y'all. So, I'm glad to be here with you guys. All right, we got another update on the southern tornado warning up here in Wisconsin. These are both kind of on the northeastern, kind of north central or east central side of Wisconsin. We have a tornado warning out here for 15 more minutes to go. Out here by Clintonville, Empress, Marion, and Big Falls area here. You can kind of see a little bit of a hook that's kind of developed here. So you got your warmer air kind of really starting to flow in here, and you got your cooler rear flank downdraft on the back end here, causing a bit of rotation overall to occur. Now, this is tracking towards Clintonville, so make sure you guys are in your shelters out here. It does look like we do have the Clintonville airport kind of in the path here. It does look like there is quite a few people that's in this area, so if you have any relatives, any family, friends, anybody you know out here, just give them a call, text them, let them know. But yeah, this one is radar indicated as of right now, which means that as of right now, we've just picked up some rotation in the storm, still yet to be confirmed, but I can never stress it enough. Make sure that you are still in your safe spots, regardless of the tag that it has on it, regardless of it being confirmed or just radar indicated, you still need to be in your safe spot here regardless. So if you don't know where to go, if you have a basement or storm shelter, that's first option. If you do not have one, go to the central interior portion on the lowest floor of your home. So find the lowest floor of your home, go to the central interior portion of your home, and such as a closet, maybe a bathroom, towards the middle, to give you some protection. Now, like I mentioned, if you're in a trailer, you got to ditch the trailer. You got to find somewhere more sturdy because, you cannot, really go through these type of storms in a trailer. So just please find somewhere else overall. Anyway, so that's that. We have 13 minutes left on it. We have another tornado warning up here to the north by Underhill and Hence, also Mosling area. 13 minutes, also radar indicated. And then once again up here by central Nebraska, we got another tornado confirmed out here by Westerville and Berwyn area here in central Nebraska. Also 1.25-inch hail on it as well. What's up, Bunzy? Hope you're doing good. Saying hello, Andrew. What's up? Welcome, welcome. But yeah, so we got 3 tornado warnings in effect right now, so we just need to make sure you guys are inside of your safe spots here. Actually, all of these expire here in 13 minutes, so we just got a little bit longer, unless they do an extension, which we'll have to see if they do. But yeah, so as of right now, we have 13 more minutes to go. So once again, for Wisconsin, we have Hence, we have Underhill and Mosling here. That's inside of the tornado warning. Also to the south, we have Clintonville, Empress, Marion, and Big Falls, Wisconsin, in another tornado warning here. And then for Nebraska, central Nebraska, we have Westerville and Berwyn inside of the tornado warnings here. So those are those areas here. Now we have a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings kind of around here too. These guys are for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail, the ones for Nebraska. Got another one here for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and penny hail for the panhandles of Texas and Oklahoma right on the border. For Texas includes Follett and Darozet. I'm not sure exactly how you say that one. For Texas here, and which is south of Gate, Oklahoma, here on the far eastern panhandle. We got another one here for western South Dakota, just west of Rapid City, including Hill City area. Out there by Deerfield, Myersville, Mystic, Rochford, let's see here, Redfern, Tigerville, Silver City. 70-mile-an-hour winds on this one, and also penny-size hail, 0.75 inches in diameter. I think that's about all the severe warnings we got here so far. So, what we got going on here? We got a big square. We got Puerto Rico out here with all those square small craft advisories. Gusts up to 30 knots. Yeah, it could be a little bit hazardous for those small vessels here. Once again, we do have a bit of a coastal flooding threat going on here by the, some of the Georgia coast here and all of South Carolina's coast here. You can see we do have a coastal flood advisory here. So the, but obviously high tide will, contribute to higher waters and stuff. But we do have those coastal flood advisories here in effect. So could result in some roads becoming impassable. Let's see here. Saltwater inundation up to 2 hours before high tide. So most significant impacts will occur downtown Charleston. Flooded roadways are likely. So bit of a heads up there for y'all. Just want to go ahead and mention that region as well. All right, let's see here. So they updated that tornado warning. The one up here by the Kashina Falls area. Once again, you guys are now clear. Y'all are good to come out of your safe spots here. They canceled that. We're good. However, we still have Underhill here. You can see quite a decent little hook it has here up by Mosling, Underhill, and Hence. Yeah, that rotation is tracking towards Gillett. More than likely, they're going to extend this here. Probably out there by Spruce and Oconto Falls area. So heads up, if you guys are in Wisconsin, out by Oconto Falls or Spruce, I'm probably saying that name wrong, so bear with me. You guys can see it on the screen here too. More than likely will probably be included in a warning soon. So just giving you a little early warning here because it still does look like it's rotating. That looks like a smiley face. Y'all look at that. That is kind of interesting. We got an eyeball here, we got an eyeball there, and we got a nice little happy smile. That's a little creepy, I ain't gonna lie. Anyways, let's take a peek here at correlation coefficient. I do not see any form of debris, but once again, regardless of debris or not, we still do need to be in our safe spots, regardless of it confirmed or not. Let's see, we got 9 minutes left on the other one here. Yeah, big fall areas is pretty good at this point. I mean, you guys are still in the warning here, but the hook, the area of rotation here is now east of you guys. They probably just haven't updated that quite yet. But yeah, out there by Clintonville, Embrus area, we do need you in your safe spots here. So please just make sure that you guys are there. Yeah, hopefully these will all expire soon. We have Westerville and Berwyn here also. 8 minutes to go on that one as well. Yeah, so they all expire in 8 minutes. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yes, it does. Yeah. It's a little weird having a velocity of a smiley face on that one scan. So take a peek at satellite view. Let's see what we got going on up here. Pulling up the long wave infrared here. Yeah. Definitely convecting pretty heavily. You guys can see kind of where some of those overshooting tops are. Those bubbles up there in the darker colors. Like right in there. So those are your overshooting tops. That's where your updraft is kind of piercing through the tropopause, which is separating two layers of the atmosphere. But yeah, infrared does show these storms convecting pretty good. Pretty good. Which, I mean, yeah, radar is kind of showing all that there as well. Let's do lower level water vapor here. Got it. Wow. Yeah, satellite definitely shows it really convecting pretty good. Okay, so we got a big severe thunderstorm warning out here now for, I think this is pretty new, up here for northeastern Wisconsin, which now includes Coleman, Beaver, Porterfield, Oconto, Spruce, Lena, Gillett, let's see, out there by Seymour, Black Creek area, Abrams, so make sure you guys are in your... well away from windows, I should say. They do have a tornado possible tag on it. Also, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts here in Penny Hale. Colton says, "What does the HRRR say for the Central Plains and the Midwest?" Severe weather. Yeah, let's take a look at that real quickly. Actually, we actually looked at that a little bit ago. But let's bring y'all over here to the future radar. So actually, out here by Wisconsin, so this is that first system that we're seeing kind of roll through now. That works its way eastward, but then as we approach our way into like late tonight, going into early tomorrow morning, you can kind of see the HRRR kind of wants like another line to develop out here. So, that is that. So I mean, it definitely does show quite a bit of overnight convection occurring here. Let's see, instability wise. I mean, a cap will be starting to build in here, obviously, due to the lack of daylight heating and stuff, but still seems like we have enough instability. Just depends on how strong our lift mechanism is. All right, let's hop on back over here. All right, so hopefully these tornado warnings will be ending soon. We have 5 more minutes left on them. Once again, for northeast Wisconsin, we have 2 tornado warnings in effect here. The first one's out here by Clintonville and Embrus, including Marion and Big Falls. So heads up for you folks out there. Also potential for Penny Hale, but that's not currently anything severe for Penny Hale. That's not considered severe. We also have another tornado warning in effect for Underhill and Hint out here. So heads up for you folks as well. Also got 4 minutes on this one. And then, of course, lastly, we have another tornado warning up here in central Nebraska out by Westerville and Berwyn area, which we do have 1.25-inch hail on this one here as well, which we expire here in 4 minutes. So, yeah, these are all about to expire here very, very soon. So I'll let you guys know whenever y'all are good to come out of your safe spots here. We got a new warning up here for northeastern Panhandle, Texas, including Perryton, for 70-mile-an-hour winds out here and 0.75-inch hail. Wow. So the hail's not a big issue, but probably wouldn't feel very good moving at 70 miles an hour. Sheesh. Well, there you go. So that's a radar indicated threat here. 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts here. Tree damage likely to mobile homes, roofs. Yeah, 70-mile-an-hour winds. That's when you start getting towards like hurricane force winds. You know, that's whenever you start getting into that realm. Yeah, and those are gusts too. I want you guys to know. Those are. Oh, there we go. I knew it. So I told you guys, Aconto Falls, Gillett area, we now have an extension tornado warning. So hopefully my my heads up gave you a little bit more of an extra heads up there. But yeah, this includes Aconto Falls area, Gillett. Let's see, Stillis, I think it is Stillis, Aconto, as well as Lena. Also Spruce here included as well. Radar indicated threat. We now have 33 minutes on this tornado warning here. Yeah, honestly, really not surprised. We do have that rotation out here now east of Gillett, working eastward out here by Aconto Falls. Let's see here, Stillis Junction, Lena, Stillis, and Aconto here. We do got the Douglas Bake Memorial Airport here as well. So that's a new tornado warning. What's up, Tank? Hope you're doing good. We're approaching the tropic season. Yeah. Well, we're already in the tropical, we're already in the season, yes, but we're going to start climbing the ladder soon. Yeah, typically it's this next month. Next month is when we really start climbing up that ladder. Yeah, we're still kind of at the bottom, though. You know, we really haven't started yet. All right, so let's see. Got 2 more minutes on the Westerville and Burr. Oh, that's a new... Oh, I thought that was a tornado warning for a second here. I thought Callaway... Never mind, we're good. We do have a tornado warning, though, for Westerville and Berwyn, though. How does Southeast Michigan look? Tomorrow, we do have a little bit of a flooding threat. Also, still that level 1 severe weather threat we talked about yesterday. No tornadoes, just wind. Yeah, nothing's really changed. Yeah, they're probably going to allow for the one out here by Big Falls, Marion area to expire. So you guys are almost good to come out of your safe spots out by Clintonville, Empress, Marion, and Big Falls, Wisconsin. I will tell you, there is still a lot of lightning going on with this storm here, and I'd heavily recommend that you do, remain indoors and away from windows. You definitely don't want to be outside in all this, okay? So just make sure that you are indoors and away from windows. But yeah, that expired just now. Just expired. Also for Underhill, Mosling, and Hintz, Wisconsin, you guys are now good as well. Let's see here. Out by Westerville and Berwyn, Nebraska, in central Nebraska here. That confirmed tornado warning that we had earlier it's now been canceled. So that leaves us with the one up here by Wisconsin that we're still watching here, which now includes Gillett, Aconto Falls, Stillis area, out by Lena and Aconto. So just a bit of a heads up. Hopping back to velocity, you can see right in here, still got a little bit of a smiley face to it, doesn't it? It's not as quite smiley as it was a minute ago, though. Oh, there it is. That's crazy, dude. Every once in a while, you'll find these storms that make really weird shapes, but you got our smiley face right here. Let's see here. All right, so let's move that to the latest scan here. So, yep. So, once again, the Underhill one is now expired here. Rotations out by Aconto Falls area, tracking towards Lena, Sites Junction, Stillis, Aconto, and Cullen, which is in northeastern Wisconsin. Let's see here. Let's hop on back over here to South Dakota. Got a severe warning for 70-mile-an-hour winds and penny hail in western South Dakota for the area of Hill City, including Deerland, Redfern, Tigerville, Reno, Myersville, Mystic, Silver City. You guys are under a severe thunderstorm warning for the next 14 minutes. How does the weather at South Vicksburg and Jackson, Mississippi for McComb, Mississippi tomorrow? Nothing severe for you guys out here by that region here. We do have a general thunderstorm risk, which, gives potential for some thunderstorms, but yeah, nothing severe. No organized severe weather expected. Just, a couple storms possible, but yeah, nothing really super crazy. So all eyes are on this one tornado warning here. Once again, this is up in northeastern Wisconsin. This includes Aconto Falls, Gillett, let's see here, Stiles, or Stillis, I think it is. It's not Stiles. Stillis. I'm pretty sure on that. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong there. Lena and Aconto. It is moving east at 45, so it's got a little bit of speed to it. Back over to correlation coefficient. Don't see no debris or anything like that, so that's good. No debris signatures, so that is certainly good. But like I mentioned, regardless of it being confirmed or not, we still do need to be in our safe spots. Got a couple severes in central Nebraska, both for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. One out there by Callaway, another one for Westerville. This expires here in about, the one for Callaway expires in 12 minutes. The one for Westerville expires in 42 minutes here overall. Do I think the 5% is a little overboard? I think SPC did, had every reason to issue a 5%. I mean, given the kinematics of today and, the amount of instability that we had, theoretically the environment was there. Yeah. I don't think it was overboard. I think the Weather Service did great. It's better if it goes under than if it goes over, Tank says it's kind of ironic that if you're in a slight risk and you don't get a severe storm, and for a marginal you get them. I mean, it happens. So the risk is basically just it goes off of probability of getting severe weather as well as the potency of the severe weather. So, for example, marginal risk here typically means low probability of storms, and relatively weak storms for the most part. And, of course, the higher you go up, the more widespread they could be, the more common they could be, and also the stronger they could be. So that's kind of what the scale is about. It's the scale is both strength and availability. Basically, where all the storms are, how likely they are is probably a better term. It's probably better to say it that way. But you know what, though? It is kind of funny you say that, because I ain't going to lie. Back when I lived up in Virginia, I used to live up there for many, many years. But back when I lived up in Virginia, it seemed like every marginal risk day we actually had something good. And every slight risk or above day, it always seemed to go under. So, it's just me. I've always... it's weird. It was always like that. Anyways, so once again... tornado warning in effect out there by Aconto Falls, including Stillis, Lena, and Aconto area here. Still radar indicated threat. We have 25 more minutes left on this warning here. So, just a bit of a heads up out there for you guys. No, Abby, slight risk is 2 out of 5. Marginal is 1 out of 5. Yeah, don't want you to mix that up. So the light green area here, this is the thunderstorm risk. That's not even considered a severe weather risk. That's a 0 out of 5. We got the marginal, which is the level 1 out of 5. The slight, which is a level 2 out of 5. And then enhanced, 3 out of 5. Moderate, 4 out of 5. High, 5 out of 5. So that's kind of how that system works there. All right, let's hop on back over here. Back to the infrared view. Yeah, we got quite a bit of deep convection going on with these cells up here towards Wisconsin. Once again, we do have that severe warning in place also for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts here. Penny hail for northeastern Wisconsin out by Abrams area. Definitely not Samuel. Once again, we do have a tornado warning. We have some rotation out here by Conto Falls, Stillis, and Lena. So just heads up for you folks out here. Tracking towards a Conto. And like I said, it's moving east of 45. So we got a little bit of speed to it. Let's see here. Let me bring up the meso analysis here for y'all. Let's see here. We're going to hop you guys over here to meso analysis. Kind of see what we got going on. So, yeah, look at that. We have over 3,200 joules per kilogram of instability here. That is quite a bit. Skew T chart. I mean, our kinematics are fairly weak. I mean, they're not anything extreme. Lower level winds are about 20, 30 knots or so. We have a little bit of veering going on here. Mid-level flow is still about 30 knots. So, the winds throughout the atmosphere, they're enough to get organized severe weather and, all hazards of severe weather, but, they're nothing excessive. So, that's good at least. But you can see all the instability we do have. These are going to be some pretty tall top thunderstorms here, which is probably why we're getting some really deep convection going on the infrared view that we were looking at there. I mean, yeah, we have these storms being pretty darn high, basically right around 150 millibar height, which that's a little ways up there. Let me actually pull up echo tops here while we're at it. Okay, I'm really curious to see how big these are actually up there. See, about 58,000 feet. Wow. Yeah, those are. Let's try another further radar here. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, they're about 58,000 feet up. I mean, that's still a pretty darn, tall top storm. I mean, typical thunderstorms, on average, typically go between 30, 40,000 feet or so. But, once you go 50, 60,000 feet, those are starting to head into high territory. Yeah, usually those are the ones that can really drop some rain, too. What's up, Ghosted? Saying, hey, how are you today? I'm doing pretty good, my friend. Hopefully you're doing well. Good to have you here. So, like I mentioned to you guys, if you're just tuning in, we do have one tornado warning in effect right now for northeast Wisconsin. This includes Aconto Falls area, including Stillis, Lena, and Aconto. 21 minutes left on it. We're still radar indicated. Got some rotation out here by the Stillis area. Let's take a quick little peek at that. Kind of see some funky stuff going on here. Will this be bad for northern Michigan? So northern Michigan, for the upper state of Michigan, we do have a level 2 threat. So, we certainly could still see some pretty strong to severe storms here. For the upper portion of the main state, the main part of Michigan here, still a couple strong to potentially severe storms will be possible out there. Let me bring you guys over here to the models real quickly. We'll take a peek at that real fast. So the latest HRRR here that we have kind of has this in a couple of rounds. So you can see that this is the first round that we have kind of going on now. That'll work its way over into northern Michigan. That'll be working its way eastward. And then overnight, you can kind of see the HRRR suggest kind of a line developing here all the way from pretty much Kansas all the way through Nebraska, Iowa, going through Minnesota, and possibly into Wisconsin here. Now, I will remind you, this is just a model, and models ain't perfect, but that is a good possibility that we could just have another round of another line of storms here tonight. So we'll have to look into it. But yeah, I mean, bottom line though, for the upper state of Michigan, I mean, yeah, we certainly should be monitoring the weather out here, as we still definitely could see some strong to potentially severe storms. Let's see here. T. Clark says, how is New London, Wisconsin looking? Well, let me look. Let's see what we got going on for you, my friend. New London, see here, Wisconsin. Okay, so you're right here. You're actually just to the south of a current severe thunderstorm warning here. Looking at the radar, we do have a little bit of convection to your north. Actually, you just got an outflow boundary here, which you can kind of see this little noodle on the radar here. That's that cold air smacking the ground from the storm, the downdraft kind of pushing this air out. But yeah, we have a little bit of storm activity going on through right now. The storm is tracking towards you, so the rain's definitely getting ready to pick up quite a bit out here. I will remind you, though, you're not in a severe thunderstorm warning as of now, but we do have one to your north. But what I would recommend out of you is to go indoors, stay away from windows. Let's see here. Darren says, thanks for keeping us safe. No problem. You're very, very welcome, my friend. I'm glad to help out you guys. And like I mentioned, if you guys have any questions at all throughout this coverage, feel free to let me know, okay? I'll be more than glad, more than happy to help you guys out if y'all have any questions here. Just want to make sure you guys are staying safe out there and staying weather aware. That's what matters. That is what matters, is that you guys are staying weather aware and prepared. All right, got a couple severe warnings up here in central Nebraska. The one out by Callaway is about to expire here in 2 minutes, which is warned here for... Oh, it has weakened below severe limits. Okay, so we're good. Callaway 1's about to expire. Westerville, Berwyn, and Ansley, we still got 32 minutes on this one here for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and 1.25-inch hail, which is half-dollar size hail. And then, of course, we have a lot of other scattered storms that are sub-severe. But we do have this big severe thunderstorm watch area here in the pink, you guys can see, which that expires in 6 hours. So we still got a bit of time. This actually expires, I believe, 1 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, 1 a.m. Eastern, midnight Central, or local here to these regions. And, of course, we got another watch up here by western South Dakota and a little bit of central eastern Wyoming here. This one we only got 3 hours left, so that one's about to expire here in a couple of hours. But anyways, yeah, if you guys have any questions, if y'all want me to take a look at any area, feel free to let me know. Okay, so they just updated the tornado warning here. Let's hop on back over to that. This did include the Spruce, Lena area, the Conto Falls. Gillett, Aconto Falls, and Spruce, you guys are not in the tornado warning anymore. Same thing for Stillas. The areas that are still in the tornado warning here is out here by Lena, Stillish Junction, Cullen, and Aconto. So you guys are still in that warning out here. So make sure you guys are watching that. That is about to cross into the waters here pretty soon. So at least it'll be out of there and out of land's reach. Colton says, am I going to be live more often during the tropical season? Absolutely. Absolutely. That's always been my favorite, the track, is the tropics. It's always been my favorite. Severe weather, I've done it so much in my times. It's just like, it can be overwhelming at times, but, I mostly enjoy tracking the tropics. Absolutely. But yeah, no, we'll be covering a lot of the tropics, that's for sure. All right. See you later, Samuel. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you. All right, so let's hop back over here to Texas real quickly. We do got a severe warning out there by Perryton. This is actually warned here for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts out there. 70-mile-an-hour winds. Still radar indicated here. There is no confirmation on that as of now. Here, let me bring over my other radar. Let's see. We're going to hop our way over there. See if we have any actual wind reports coming through. Slowly but surely. We'll get there eventually. Yeah, well, wow, look at that. Actually, we do have a 70-mile-an-hour wind report out there by Mendota a little bit ago. So that's 70-mile-per-hour wind. We also had another 58 out here, too, in Roberts County, Texas, 23 miles northwest of Codman. The 70 was reported 6 miles east-southeast of Laura. Let's see. What's the biggest hurricane I've streamed? Golly, the one I've been in, or the one that I've, covered for other people. It depends, because I've been in hurricanes and I've streamed it, and I've also covered several hurricanes and tropical cyclones. To be honest, well, obviously Milton would be the biggest one I've been in. It was a Cat 2 over me at the time. I'm mean, I've covered several Category 5s. I mean, I've covered all kinds of storms. I mean, I've covered Milton, which was a Cat 5 as well. You know. Yeah, I mean, I've covered some big ones. Milton was definitely one of the big ones. I think we got up like well into 170 or something. Hold on. Let me actually look at that. Hurricane Milton's max wind speed. What was I know it was pretty high. 180. 180. Yeah, Milton was actually really high up there. Golly. And I believe it was one of the strongest tropical cyclones to ever be in the Gulf. One of the strongest. Ghost said Milton was wild, lost power for 3 days. We lost ours for about 5 or 6 days. Yeah, it was pretty. It sucked. It was not that fun. I was out here in Polk County, out in Lakeland area, and it hit us pretty good. There was a lot of flooding, a lot of all kinds of nasty stuff going on. You know, during the storm, I love the thrill of going through the tropical cyclone, but the aftermath sucks. You know, cleaning up after it. See, we had a Cat 4 here in Live Oak, Florida last year. It was brutal. Was that Helene, Frankie? Might have been Helene. Here, let me bring up Live Oak. Aren't you up north by the Panhandle? I looked at this the other day, or it might have been yesterday. Yeah, there you are. So you're right up here. Had to have been Helene. Yeah, because it went up there by the Big Bend area here. We also had Debbie, too. Debbie did kind of follow a similar track that Helene did, at least for Florida, out by the Big Bend region. But yeah, Debbie wasn't really much of a big storm. I think it was a Cat 1 at landfall. I mean, it brought a lot of rain and stuff like that, but it was more of a wet storm than a windy storm. But it had a little bit of both. But yeah, Helene was a bad storm. Helene was terrible. Milton was bad too. But, you know, Helene caused more problems because it went deeper into the country. Milton went straight across Florida, so, you know, right across central Florida. Let's see, we got a direct hit. Yeah, we did too. I was actually in the eye wall of Milton up here. We were in the northern, eastern, and western eye wall. It was something else. If you guys want to go look at that, you can go back on my channel, and you'd be able to see it where we covered it. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look back up here, y'all. We still got some coverage to do. So we got a tornado warning in effect for a Kanto area once again, including Colin. This is 11 more minutes left. Like I mentioned, the good news is that this is about to track back into the waters out here. Looking at velocity, you know, we got a little bit of a mess going on out here. So we're kind of watching it. Let's see. Milton's low pressure was 899. I knew it was very low. I knew it was in the 800. Yeah. Very strong cyclone. That hurricane was pretty crazy. Let's see. Yeah, it does. Storms are fun. Cleanup sucks. Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. So grateful our double wide had very little damage. Good, Frankie. I'm glad. Yeah, we got hit by Milton, so I promise I'll stop talking about Milton soon. But I was out here by Lakeland. I'm not going to say exactly where I was at, but I was in here. I was in this region here during Milton. And it made landfall down here. So, you know, we were kind of caught up in that northern eye wall as it was still kind of a Category 2. And it worked its way through. And it weakened pretty quickly. But then it went out into the Atlantic side. But, yeah, no, Milton was quite a beast. It was quite a beast. See, it's pretty bad. So you've been through Ike, Harvey, and Beryl. I remember Beryl. Didn't Beryl hit Texas? That one was fun. Beryl was, Beryl did get Cat 5, didn't it? Like, briefly. It was the second named storm of the season, and it was Category 5. That was out there once it passed the Antilles, I believe. Let's see here. Beryl. I think so. I look up Beryl expecting results of tropical systems. Bro, come on, man. I don't even know if I spelled that right. Oh, dude. I should do Hurricane Beryl. There we go. Okay, that's actually kind of funny. Let's see. I swear it got to Cat... Yeah, it did. It did get to Cat 5. And it ran into a lot of heavy wind shear, too. Which and it still did great through that wind shear, which was kind of crazy. Anyway, moving on. We got a new severe warning for the Green Bay area here in Wisconsin. This is for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and penny hail. Bit of a heads up there for you. We got a bunch of scattered severe warnings up here in central Nebraska for Lexington, 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, quarter hail. Mason City, winds actually under 50 or less, so not severe winds. 1.25-inch hail. And in Berwyn and Westerville, 1.25 and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Let's see here. Yeah, hopefully Colton. See, went through Houston. Harvey was definitely worse. Yeah, Harvey was terrible. I remember when Harvey happened. It brought so much rain because it kind of stalled, didn't it? It like stalled right over you guys up here in eastern Texas. Yeah, and it dropped like feet of rain. Yeah, it was pretty hefty. They canceled that warning in just west of Rapid City, by the way, South Dakota. That's no longer there, so that's good. Got just a bunch of scattered severe warnings out here. We do have that one tornado warning we're still watching out there by Conto area, out here by Colin and Lena. T. Clark says, okay, thank you. Yep, no problem. No problem. You know, if you guys want me to take a look at anywhere, if you guys are, kind of curious what the weather's going on out there, y'all feel free to let me know. And if you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button. Be greatly appreciated, you guys. So, once again, everybody, just a bit of a heads up for my folks up in eastern Kansas, northwestern, kind of northern Missouri. We got a little bit of flooding conditions heading into the region here soon. Once again, looking at the multi-day precipitation forecast for the next 1 to 3 days here. We definitely could pick up quite a few inches in some of these regions here. So we're going to have to look out there for that. But yeah, you can see throughout the next 1 to 3 days, we're going to be picking up quite a bit of rainfall for places out there towards the Midwest, the Central Plains, leading up here towards the Ohio Valley. So we're going to have to look out there for that. T. Clark says, I'm scared of storms, so I already see most center of the house hallway, no windows. Change of clothes. I'm glad to see that you're preparing for it, T. Clark, but you'll get through, my friend. You'll be all right. But I'm proud of you for prepping and being ready for it. That's good. I do it with every storm, even if moderate. Yeah, that's a good habit to get into. It's just making sure that you're prepared for any storm, regardless of its severity. It's a good kind of a good system to work yourself into. Absolutely. Ghosted, thank you for the 2, my friend. Saying you rock. Right back at you, Ghosted. Thank you for the $2. Greatly appreciated. Guys in chat, please give Ghosted a big thank you for the $2 super chat. Greatly appreciated, my friend. Thank you for that. Really, really helps out, y'all. That'll be going towards my new glasses funds, by the way. Ghosted, you helped fund my glasses. I broke my end. Still kind of works. You barely even notice it, but... New glasses fund. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. But no, I'm glad, T. Clark, that you are taking them serious. There's a handful of people that don't take these storms serious when they need to, and I'm just glad that you're definitely taking them seriously. Anyways, y'all, we have this is observed now. CC, it has to be weather spotters. Public confirmed tornado here. Okay, so the good news, like I mentioned, this is getting ready to roll into the waters. I mean, it's kind of bad for boaters, but it'll be off the land. But yeah, this is now confirmed up here. Northeastern Wisconsin, so we now have a confirmed tornado out here by Aconto and Cullen area here. We have 4 more minutes left on this warning here. Yeah, that area of rotation is kind of going off the coast now, so... that might... Do they have a special marine warning here? Let's turn those on real quickly. They probably added one. Yep, they sure did. Yep, probably water spouts, I bet you. Yep, water spouts possible. 50 knots. Wind gust nearly 50 knots. That's pretty heavy. Let's do knots to miles an hour conversion here. 50 knots. That is 57 miles an hour. So yeah, that's right at the severe threshold there. See here, also got experience a derecho May of last year. Forgot we had the derecho, then a hurricane barrel a couple months later. Yeah, those derechos or Doritos can be quite the wind producers. Absolutely. I think there were some bad ones in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. Some of them can go well over 100-mile-an-hour winds. Absolutely. Yeah, they're just very compact little storms. They're pretty aggressive. All right, let's see here. But yeah, hopefully that'll expire soon here. But yeah, it is. Oh, tornado threat has diminished as the storm departs towards the bay. There you go. That's good. Yep. So that is now expiring here. So now it's a marine issue as it's heading out in the waters. Honestly, kind of a little bit better, as long as the boaters kind of go around it. We've got a handful of severe warnings still up here in central Nebraska, out by Lexington. Ooh, we're up to 1.75-inch hail now. Look at that. Golf ball hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts here, both radar indicated as of now. How much longer we got? We got 32 minutes. North of that, Mason City and Ansley. This is for 1.25. They do have a tour possible tag on it. Winds 50 or less. Let's see, Westerville. Also a tornado possible tag here. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts out there as well. Quarter hail. Up to 1 inch in diameter. Let's see, is this one still for 70? Yep. Okay, so we still have that one warning up here in northeastern Panhandle, Texas, out by Perryton. We got 32 minutes left on that one here. 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And hail is under severity. That's at penny size. Which, once you break over an inch in diameter, once you break 1 inch in diameter or greater, that's where it becomes severe, at 1 inch and greater. For damaging winds, it's actually 58 miles an hour or greater. See, Ghosted says, I thought we were going to get evening thunderstorms tonight, but I'm not seeing them. Ghosted, you want me to take a look at that area? Let me know where, and I'll look for you if you want me to. All right, we got 1 more minute left on that tornado warning here. So Kanto, Lena, you guys are good. Yeah, that's out in the bay now, out in the waters. But we do have a marine warning now, so I just noticed this thing's probably going to go over another little stretch of land here. Hopefully it won't redevelop or anything like that. Yeah, it also has a bunch of severe warnings on it, too. For 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. The 2021 was in Iowa. That rings a bell. Yeah. I remember there was some viral videos that went off from the Dorito in 2020. The great Iowan Dorito of 2020. Check my area real quickly, y'all. What's Florida doing? Florida, kind of Florida in right now. Ghost said, I'm good, thanks. More people need your guidance up there besides it's sunny here. That's fair. That is fair. Thankfully, I think a lot of this is starting to weaken a little bit. And plus it's heading into waters too, so that's certainly good. But yeah, this is going to be the main part of the main threat for today. Was this main line that kind of rolled through. Dorito, is that code for Derecho? I call them Doritos. Because why not? Yeah, but you can kind of see that this little MCS clump of storms, whatever you want to call it. This guy's rolling off now, and that'll go into Michigan here. And then HRRR does have, like I said, another little line developing here, which will go down into like Nebraska, maybe even Kansas out here, which, Wouldn't be surprised if we had another little isolated storm or two. Severe storm or two, I should say. So we'll look at that. We'll look out for that. I don't think I'll be live at that point, though. Yeah, it seems like the cap starts really building in around midnight. So hopefully that'll kill out those storms. Because you ain't going to get no storms if there's a warm layer there. At least it'll be very hard to. You need a really strong updraft in order to do that. Yeah, Abby, it does sound pretty good, does it? All right, y'all. I want to do a little bit of something here with y'all's. Real quickly, let's take a look at the models here. We'll take a look at the latest GFS. Okay, I don't want to go too far down in time, obviously. Yeah, my capping is 200 hours out. I don't go any further than that. I mean, I'll do it for why not, because it's GFS, but you should never trust anything, even 150 or out, really, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, at that point, it's a little bit far out. But one thing I'm noticing here is that GFS kind of has a little wave southwest of Cabo Verde. See, does Euro show that? Oh, interesting. Euro kind of shows it too. Here, let me hop y'all over here to sat. We're going to look at the satellite real quickly. No. Go back. Let's do full disk here. Yeah, they don't have any... oh, no, where is it? It's about 10 degrees north. About 30 degrees west. I wish there was a way to turn on lawn and lat. But I think that's it right here. Yeah. But that's interesting, though. I think the ECNS also talked about that here, too. Let me bring this up as well. I'll pull up. Let me hop y'all over to the ensembles here. Somebody in my Discord, can you text me or ping me in my server telling me to make a scene for weather nerds? This website I use. I still need to make a scene so it adjusts properly, because I always have to move the window over for you guys to be able to see it. So somebody, if you guys could, for the people who's in my Discord. Yeah, I mean, ECNS does show it temporarily, but it kind of fades out, probably due to wind shear or dry air concern. It does have something developing also. When was this? Going into... All right, right in here. This is for when? The 29th or so? Got a little bit of members starting to kind of work their way over here. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it still is a little far-fetched. A little far-fetched here. All right, they canceled the tornado warning, guys. We're good. That leaves us with 8 current severe thunderstorm warnings here. Only one of them is for 70-mile-an-hour winds, and that's actually out here by the panhandle of Texas. 25 minutes on that one. 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Got another warning for golf ball or goofball size hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. This one's out by central Nebraska here for Lexington. Those are the 2 big ones right now. Both radar indicated here. Ghost has said, hey, no, that's my birthday. No storms on my birthday. Happy early birthday, my friend. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see if it does anything. We got a new warning up in Wyoming here. Up by Casey. For quarter hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. See. Green Bay. Got 60-mile-an-hour winds and penny hail on that one still. 24 minutes. You know, storms like that, you can just stay indoors away from windows and you should be good. You know, because most homes, even trailers, can withstand 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. I mean, even wind class 1s, I think are supposed to sustain winds of 70 miles an hour, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. I think it's 70 or 80. But yeah, no, most homes and structures can survive in 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Just make sure you're indoors and away from windows because, you know, there is a little bit of lightning activity. There still could be debris flying around that could go through your window. Yeah, you don't want that to happen while you're near it. So, yeah, just make sure you're indoors away from windows if you're in a warning like that. Once again, we got a bit of a flooding concern coming up for Missouri and Kansas up here. So we'll look out for that over the next couple of days. Not a whole lot going on as of now, but... .75, 1.25. Is this northern one expiring? Yeah, that northern one for Westerville expired here. Looks like a weekend below severe limits. Bunch of scattered storms going on out here. You like the shape of the mesoscale discussion? What, 1765? I don't have mesoscale discussions on. Let's see. How do I turn those on? I forgot. Oh, here we go. Discussions. Wait, what? Which one are you talking about? Got the watch there. Oh, here we go. Oh, this one here. 55 to 70 mile an hour wind gusts. Yeah, that's for that severe watch. And peak hail size 1.5 to 2.5 inches. That is some pretty big hail. That's not Colorado. That's Wyoming. Colorado's down here. This is Wyoming. Yeah, watch boxes are usually pretty square, pretty rectangular. All right, y'alls. I am probably going to take a little bit of a break here. I ain't going to lie. We've been live for an hour and a half here. Yeah, to be honest, I'm probably going to... You know what? Yeah, we're going to call it a coverage for now. I'll go back live again later, though, for an update with you guys. I'm probably just going to call it coverage for now because, you know, the main threat was that line that rolled through Wisconsin, and we've already covered that. Because, you know, this storm system is now moving out in the waters, and it should weaken as it approaches out by Michigan. Still could maybe drive another severe storm or two, but the main threat is over from what it looks like here, so that is good. But anyways, but yeah, no, we're just gonna cut it now. We'll be back on later tonight, probably right around 10 o'clock p.m. You know, for an update for you guys, just so we can get tropics out there, flooding, heat, whatever. We'll talk about it all. But if y'all are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. Leave a like. I really appreciate y'all, and I just want to say thank you everybody for joining us. You know, it's an honor to have you guys here, and I'll keep y'all updated with everything crazy weather-wise. But all right, everybody. Well, thank you all for joining. We're gonna go ahead and roll over here to the ending screen. So stream's gonna head off here in approximately a minute. So go ahead and say goodbye to your friends, your family, anybody you're hanging out with in the chat. Once again, everybody, thank you for joining. Good to see you too, Ghosted. And all right, everybody. Well, you guys take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you guys right around 10 o'clock, hopefully. Hope to catch you guys then. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining. See y'all in the next one. Peace out.